We are Chris and Bex, the Nomadic Crobot, and we have been doing this restoration for far too long, guys. It's been going on for over 4 years now. It is mental. I mean, it has to be up there with one of the worst situations that you can be put in when purchasing your first ever narrowboat home. We set out on a mission. We quit our jobs. We put our life savings into this project. We've done a ton of research. So let this be a lesson to us and to anyone else that thinks narrowboating is just a walk in the park and everything goes right. Because with us, everything went wrong from day 4. So yeah. Now a lot of you guys already know the story, but we've got a whole ton of new viewers that probably don't know why the hell we're still stuck at a marina after 4 years. We've lost a lot of subscribers. Thankfully, we've kept a lot of you lovely subscribers too, and we've made lots of new subscribers too. Subscribers. How many more times do I need to say that? Currently, things have been very slow. Bex has been resting up, and I've had to go back to work now, so yeah, brilliant. We're going to have a huge announcement which is really going to switch things up in the coming weeks, so stick with us, guys. But until then, to get us all through, welcome to one of the most horrific things that can ever happen to you when first purchasing your narrowboat, guys. Welcome to the Crobot movie, The Leak. So 4 days in after purchasing our first ever dream narrowboat home for a completely new lifestyle. And this is what happened. So we have a little problem, guys. Check this out. 4 days ago we've purchased this narrowboat. The plan was to get it back to a local marina so that we can move all our bits on, ready for full-time cruising. And this is what we've just found.
Day 5 aboard our little dreamy boat.
Is it still a dream?
Yes. So yesterday, much like the rest of the week, whenever I've got a bit of free time, I'm just rooting around, looking at what's here and what's there. And I was inside one of the cupboards in the back bedroom, and I happened to notice an area of the floorboard that was cut away so you could see into the cabin bilge, and lo and behold there was some water in it. I didn't want to panic Chris too much.
How much water?
There's maybe like an inch or something like that.
Going from one side of the boat possibly to the other side.
Possibly, it's hard to see. I'm not too worried at the moment. I've just been loving sort of becoming this like super sleuth and tracing all of these pipes everywhere. Where it's actually happened is very close to the shower tray, so I think there's a good chance that it may be a leaky shower tray or something like that. I've checked it again this morning, it hasn't risen, it's at the same level, so that's good as well.
Obviously you got the panic of if this was the reason why the seller was selling it in the first place. You know, it is a boat, there are going to be problems. It's not sinking yet. Well, it's already sunk, isn't it? In a way, if there's water in there. I'm upset.
And I'm fine, because I just think it will be fine. We got one of these bad boys to help us pump out the water that we found in the cabin bilges. Hopefully this should be a lot quicker than my scoop method that I was previously using. Let's give it a go.
Whoa. No wonder you want to do it, it's fun, isn't it?
We're gonna need a bigger jug. Morning.
Back to it.
Yeah.
So here we go again. Try and get to the bottom of why we're sinking. So the remainder of this trip was about a week, and every day we were trying to get rid of more water until we got back to the marina where we could take a proper look at what was really going on here. need to find out where the leak is and where it's coming from.
Day of leaky elimination. So we have to think about this logistically. We're going to start at the bow of the boat and work our way backwards. We've got the water tank to check out. We want to check out the pumps that are underneath the kitchen sinks and all of the pipe work that runs along that way. We also have the hot water tank in the kitchen, and then back through the bathroom, leading our way towards where we can see the leaky hole. There's a bit of water in there which wasn't in there before. That's the bow thruster.
So the water starts from in there, you think?
So we've just come into the well deck to see if we can access the water tank from above. We'd found this little hatch down here thinking that we would undo that and that would give you access, but we've just realised that none of the bolts are actually attached to the metal underneath, so I think it's like a sealed piece. So on to the next step.
Looks like whoever had it may have welded it shut from the bottom, but that could just be my stupid brain thinking that. But all these screws don't have anything they're connected to. So this is where my little device comes in.
New innovation in narrowboat camera technology, suitable for exploring all those holes.
So what we do, you order it from Amazon, see if it is a substantial device for what you're doing, and then if it don't work, you send it back. Sold as new.
So do you want to tell us what it is?
Yes, that would be a good start, wouldn't it? This is like a telescopic thing, you know, like when they shove something down your throat in the hospital. This is basically a similar sort of thing behind fridges or weird holes that you can't get behind if you want to see behind. So there's a little video camera on there and a light, and it feeds back an image to your mobile phone through Wi-Fi, and you can have a look down there. So let's see what's down the water tank.
Brilliant, let's do it.
Let's pop it in and see what happens. Right, that's enough of that now. Now, as fun and exciting as the old Depstech instrument is, I wonder if it's a bit of a long shot of us actually finding if there is a leak in the bottom of this.
We did, however, establish that we've got a little bit of a rusty water tank, so no drinking the water for the moment until we get that sorted.
So today, guys, I'm going to be showing you something that has completely changed the way that we power things on the Narrowboat, the Whistling Wombat. Welcome, guys, the Jackery Explorer 3000 version 2. Woohoo! Now, I know what you're thinking. What is this big black and orange box? But this thing, it's a beast, guys. Compact, powerful, and finally available here in the UK. We've been using it non-stop, and honestly, it's addictive. Let me show you why. So first up, guys, the real-life use. This thing has become the unofficial third crew member. Whether we're cruising, mooring, or filming random YouTube chaos, it keeps everything powered without breaking a sweat. This thing is bloody powerful, guys. Sometimes when we go on these off-grid adventures, I like to bring my guitar out and try and record a little bit of music out here. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to link the MacBook up with it and my amp up to it, and we're going to record some music. Because we've got 3 ports here, the Jackery Explorer handles it effortlessly. So we've got the iMac in the first AC inlet, and then the amplifier in the second. And we've still got an extra one to play around with. Now, under the hood here is a monster 3072 watt hours of power with 3600 watt continuous, and that's a 7200 watt peak output. Now, that's more than enough to run a full-size fridge. Kettle, lights, laptops, cameras, you name it. Plus, it's built with LiPo4 battery cells, which basically means safer, long-lasting and super stable. You get over 4,000 charge cycles here, so we're talking close to a decade of solid use. Leave it in storage, it still holds 95% of its charge all year round. Ports? Ports, anyone? Oh, it's got ports, Bubba. Here's the full lineup. We've got 3 AC outlets, 2 USB-C, that's fast charging, 2 USB-A, and a 12-volt carport charger for all those retro vibes. We've used it to run blenders, yes, smoothies, guys, charge all our cameras, phones, and even power up some random kitchen gadgets. It just works.
works, guys.
So charging the jackery itself is kind of wild, yeah? Wall charging full in 1.8 hours. With solar panels, about 3.5 hours. Use both, you're back to 100% in just 1.7 hours. That's crazy, guys.
It has UPS functionality, so if the power ever cuts out, the jackery jumps in instantly, no downtime, no stress.
Now, despite its power, it's surprisingly portable. 43% lighter than other 3 kilowatt units on the market.
And yes, there's an app too. You can connect this to your Wi-Fi or your Bluetooth and track the power usage, solar input, battery level, even your carbon footprint. You can also set it to charge only during off-peak hours to save money. Smart, eco-friendly. So the bottom line, the Jackery Explorer 3000 version 2 is an absolute powerhouse. Quiet, clean and kind of cool looking too. If you're off-grid, on a boat or a camper or just want a reliable backup power, this thing delivers. If the Jackery is something that interests you guys, check out in the description and there's a coupon code in there for our lovely subscribers.
These vlogs should just be called Crow, shouldn't they?
Really, but I just like having a look.
On to him. Let's get the telescopic lens down there. Narrowboat surgery. So this is where Bex discovered the leak in the first place, and I was completely freaked out for a few minutes where I thought there was some insect's eggs. But just turns out it's some mouldy polystyrene.
No luck with that. We're gonna have to call the Maverick.
So step 1 for the Maverick, get the doors off. More room to operate. What are your thoughts on the Maverick? Is he the right man for the job?
Hell yeah.
I can see already spin off the Maverick. And what's the Maverick fixing this week?
You're not employed to remove the doors.
Not getting employed!
So the Maverick's idea was to overhaul the complicated water pump system and replace it with a single water pump instead of all this multitude of stuff.
It's all
Hey?
pissing out of the tank. This thing, like proper. There's your problem. It's got a big crack in the side of it. And what's happened is because we've put a better pump on that's got some actual pressure in it, it's revealed the other pumps are obviously got no pressure, or not a lot of pressure. So yeah.
Need a new one of them.
Yeah. What is it? Copper. I'll tell you what we'll do for now. We'll cap this end off and then take the tank out and then we'll get that repaired, bring it back and...
Get out. I don't want shaky footage, I want scroll footage.
It done well.
Right in the river.
So where's the hole?
Oh, there it is, look.
Oh yeah.
Where?
At the top. This has been taken out of, you know they normally have the foam over them? You can see like where they've ripped the old foam off. Probably to get it in that little cupboard. See like the foam? Like where they would have had like a skin on it.
So what we're going to do today, Bex?
We have got an action-packed weekend ahead of us. So the plan today is to get in that back bedroom and start dismantling the bed that's in there and all the storage that's underneath.
Tiny little bit of dismantling. Because
Tiny.
once you get going, there won't be anything left of the room.
What? So the hope is that once we take all of this down, that it's going to uncover a nice little tasty inspection hatch so that we can have a look in those bilges a bit there.
Yeah, we want to see if there's any damage done to the boat from the leak under the floorboards and to get all the water out really and to treat it if we need to. How big are inspection hatches?
Fairly good size because you want to be able to get a good look in.
The problem with this boat is whoever's built it has just bunged everything on the top.
I think it happens quite a lot on boats, like people put down all this lovely flooring and kind of focus a bit more on making it look nice and don't think about the practicalities. So they may well just put a floor over the top of an inspection hatch without thinking anything about it until something goes wrong. Let's go! terms, flathead.
Flathead. Horrible, weren't they? They are flathead. Whoever invented that? Who would go for the liney one opposed to like the crossy one? That's a singular slit. Documentary coming soon. Screws. And that's how you use a flatty, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there we go. You see, I like to get involved with things. I like to get really stuck in. Just getting the jobs done. Can you give me a hand with this, Bex? Now this is hilarious because when we started doing this, Bex was adamant not to let me near that oak flooring. She wanted to do it really, really carefully and make sure we get all the little bits up so that, you know, we can use them again. As time went by, this is what happened, without me included.
So this is about the depth of rust we have coming in this section of the cabin bilges. I'd say that's maybe 1/2 centimetre, do you say? This kind of tells us that we've maybe gone 1/2 millimetre through the original steel. Chris?
What's up?
How much do you love me?
Lots.
Look what I found. It's a mini inspection hatch.
Wow.
Shall we open it up and see what's under there? Dry it out. It's a few mils thick, so that doesn't even equate to 1 mil of steel. So although it looks disastrous, there's no room for panic just yet, I wouldn't think, unless elsewhere it's really horrific. Hopefully that's not awesome. How exciting. Right, let's fire her up.
Now this isn't just me swinging around on the boat for the fun of it. I'm actually trying to get the water down to one side so Bex has a better chance sucking it up. Is that working? It didn't work. I mean, there seems to be absolutely tons of it in there. All the previous seller's water. All the previous seller's water. All the previous seller's water. Now prepare yourselves for this, guys. This is pretty heavy stuff that you're about to see. Ladies and gentlemen, behold that bloody leak. And if you ask me, a far more respectable size for an inspection hatch. That other one was just tiny. Now I imagine this has all got to be cleaned up, dried out and treated with some sort of rusty remover. I don't know. Bex? Bless her, Bex, like a child playing in the rust, while I stand on the clean little floorboard section on the right here, collecting important footage for you guys.
This is the result of hard work, ladies and gentlemen.
Look at that, amazing what Bex can do in about an hour. I mean, there's no point in me chipping in anyway, is there? And we found some pipe in here on the left that we could connect to the stove and then add some lovely little heaters. So not all completely lost. I mean, there's a lot lost, but not all. Think positive. You happy?
Mm-hmm.
So currently this is just the back room that we're working on, but as you see the story unfold, you will realise how much of this boat actually needs de-rusting. I've never removed any rust from anything.
Haven't
Like,
you?
ever.
Never,
No,
ever.
I don't do this sort of stuff.
Well, your day has come. Today is your rusty day.
This is a Bex job.
Bring it on.
Now looking back at this time, we only thought it would take us 6 months to do this, and we thought, you know what, we can make some cool little YouTube videos out of this and then still go cruising and be a cruising narrowboat channel. But that never happened, did it, guys? Do it. It goes bloody everywhere. You done this bit? And also, the initial 6 months were quite fun. I mean, it was a bit traumatic knowing the amount of work that needed doing, but we were both quite excited to be out of work and have this new adventure to work on, and we just saw it as a way that we could build our dream home, even if it is a mess at the moment. Oh, morning. Look at her go. Suppose I've got to do my bit. Sure, there's enough room down there for 2 of us. I don't want to get in your way. What do you want me to do when I come down there? Music on. Do it in 10 minutes when we have a little break. Not messing around here today. Lots of work to get done. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning. Ready to rock and roll. The work has to get done. Right, let's go for it. Down we go. Look at her go. Let's try and find some space. I don't want to get in the way. Start down here. Sure you don't want a cup of tea or something? Okay, yeah, I'll start doing this bit. Show all you guys how it's done. She got me working. Torture. They said get a narrowboat. That's all I'm saying. Hey, it's not all her. He does it too. She just don't bloody film it. And you all get the wrong idea.
He won't let me touch the camera.
Girls aren't allowed to do it.
So now that we've finished wire brushing the bilges, the next step is to get on some of this rusty inhibitor. Aqua Steel is our best friend. This stuff is truly amazing. It takes your rust and kicks its arse into a stable compound to prevent it from continuing to corrode. So I'm going to pour a bit into another container so this bottle doesn't get contaminated with rust dust. Rust dust? It's like milk, fresh from a cow's teat. So we're going to whack on a few layers of this and see what it looks like. First coat's going on. Woo! Here he is, learning how to paint.
Whack it on, little spots here and there. Could have gone terribly wrong, couldn't it?
So you can see that it's already sort of, the chemical process has started working. It's kind of turning it green, where it's stabilising the rust.
It's going to do it again, but not a good idea, is it?
So here's our lovely bilge after one layer of aqua steel. As you can see, some of the rust is still poking its little nasty head through. So we slapped on another couple of coats. However, you're going to have to take our word for that because Chris forgot to film it to show you. I can, however, assure you the floor by this point was lovely and black. Next step, bring on the 2-pack epoxy layer.
How would you measure like a cup out? Pour it straight into that, is that what you mean?
So.
Lucky I'm a professional!
You're like Del Boy, that's what you're like.
Again, it just looks like Becca's doing all the work.
So this is the final stage, and we'll add a top coat to our aqua steel layer, and in doing so prevent any water or oxygen wheedling its way down into the bilges and creating any future rust.
And Beck's doing all the work. She's doing it all, the whole lot she is. In there to sort of look a little bit good, like I'm doing something.
Do you want me to film you?
No, it's fine.
My gloves.
No, it's fine. Let them believe what they want to believe. For all those Chrissy Crobot haters that think I'm not very busy, what have you got to say to them, Bex?
It's all true.
So we stumbled across this 8mm hole in our 12mm hole. Does that make sense, guys? More on that later.
Gliding through. Problems when you get a narrow boat, I suppose.
It's like Crystal Maze.
You want to live in it.
Okay, so as you guys may have seen, we had this crater in the back room that was about 8mm thick.
So when we came to scrape out the rust and everything in the back bedroom, we found our boat's belly button.
It was pretty terrifying. I mean, after we cleared the whole hole out, all this stuff that looked very rusty, it was actually in pretty good nick down there, apart from one little area, which even the previous seller wouldn't have known about.
And we've got on the phone to our marine engineer that we know, who's going to come and do a little bit of welding for us just to give it a bit of extra protection.
We need a hell of a lot of extra protection for that, not just a little bit.
So hopefully we'll have him down in the next few weeks and getting to re-knot our boat's belly button. Look at this, she looks lovely, fits in there perfect. Well done, Maverick. And that looks a bit rusty if you ask me.
Not a plumber.
Yes, today you are a plumber.
It's like having a bit of water, ready for it to explode on the spot. Beautiful, isn't she?
Oh, she works.
Starts gushing out.
Okay, so here we go. So I thought it was all going pretty well until...
I'm not in the mood, we'll talk about it later when I know what's wrong.
So the bottom of the tank started expanding and the bloody thing came tumbling out the door.
So what happened, Maverick?
I broke it.
Ish. Sort me tank out.
I think this is like stumped just about everybody who's had a look at it. Nobody knows why it's there.
One of our theories was that there was some sort of construction built into the hull of the boat, wasn't it?
Yeah, the thing that makes it so strange is that it's so uniformly round. Generally, corrosion doesn't go that way, really. It almost looks like a beam's been sat in it or something.
So our main priority became trying to get this little bad boy like filled up or plated or whatever you're meant to do. I don't know what you're meant to do. We've got a marine engineer coming up today to take a look at this.
So much like slapping a plaster over a wound, we know that this isn't necessarily best practice and that in fact we should really be addressing this from the underside of the hull, as our man explained to us. But this is a temporary solution to stop us from having nightmares for the moment until we get the boat out of the water a bit further down the line and have this area looked at from the underside of the hull.
Sorted, and on to our next boaty disaster. So that was the back room, all ripped up, all derusted and all treated. It is still a mess till this day. But then it was time to possibly try and see what the next room's like on the Narrowboat. Have we had the same problem that we had in this room happen in the bathroom? Where do you think this story's going, guys?
Always Beck's doing everything. Head right next to the old toilet. They say get a narrowboat.
If you like cramming into small spaces and working uncomfortably, then Narrowboat life is for you.
Fully into the whole life now, so... It's damp.
Yeah.
Am I meant to hold it down hard or not?
No, just hold it in the right place and then give it a nice knot, couple of knots.
How it's
No, I just mean...
Whoa. There we go.
So, under that piece of floor we found...
More floor. More floor.
Possibly it's an inspection hatch. I'm just going to try and undo it and see what happens.
Again, head next to the toilet. Just normal now, narrowboat life. That's what you do. Hold the camera. World's smallest access hatch.
It looks dry.
I mean, these hatches are tiny. How's anyone meant to sort of look down there? Why do they make them so small?
Look, it's dry. It's got like surface rust, but it's dry, I think.
This is the moment when I really started to realise that this is probably going through the whole entire boat now.
Our beautiful floaty home.
Our beautiful floaty home.
That's exactly the same.
I wonder if it goes all the way across.
Yeah. This, no. Looks similar to that thing at the back there, doesn't it?
It is. It's that weird looking stuff again, though.
Yeah, it's called rust. Where do you think we fare on like narrowboat vlogs, like in terms of disaster? Do you think anyone else has like got a problem like this, or do you think this is pretty high up there?
I reckon we're pretty up there, to be honest.
I mean, it's got to be at this point, hasn't it?
Buy a narrowboat, they said. Come and live with me on a narrowboat, she said. Come and live your dreams, your wildest dreams on your new floaty home, Chris, she said. She never told me to bring my toolkit.
It's because you haven't got one.
It's not my world. My world is snuggled up with a little fluffy hot water bottle.
I mean, you know it's bad workmanship when you can literally just pull it off with your fingers. Have you got...
It did give a good shower. I'm not going to lie.
You might have to... That's alright, you can...
Shall I just try and pull it and just see what happens?
You can, or you can pull that bit off. That would help.
Well, might just snap if I keep going.
Yeah, that's alright.
I've been given permission to rip, because earlier I started something and Bex went, no! And Bex is the boss. Hang on, I'm just going to give it one big pull. Crobodge. Oh, we've done it. Here we go. She wanted to be in charge of the shower, repainting it all. She got it. Oh, she got it.
Do you need more help to pull?
It's got stuck, I'll be honest with you. No showers anytime soon. Whee! I'll put it on the side. Oh, it's rusty, so that could be leaking.
Or that could be what it's been sat on though.
Okay, so we've got it in there. Should we check the next room, guys? What do you think? Should we check the bedroom?
Gonna have to lift these floors. It's just trying to get the tongue groove off without damaging. I use the old kicking technique.
You're good at that.
So what do you suggest we do with the bedroom, Bex?
Rip it out.
Rip the bad boy out. And for once I'm actually up for it now. I need to get that rusty stuff out. I don't know how heavy a double mattress is. Never. So, hopefully the rest of the boat is going to be rust free underneath the floorboards.
Jokes.
What do you reckon?
Hopefully it might be slightly less rusty.
I don't reckon so.
I think we both know. Yeah. What the hell is that?
I thought this was the last of it. Got your wire brush ready, Bex?
Random. I don't think it is quite as thick. Oh, maybe not. It's quite thick.
Is it?
Well,
Sounds back. I'm just worried about going through if we find any more of those weird spots. I don't mind the job of doing it, you know what I mean?
I think we'll just
Gutting
have to
it.
take it very easy.
Yeah, I'm just worried of going through the hole. Seems soggy. I think I'm better than you and Nick at this.
This is where the floor hasn't had any ballast over the top of it, so the rust is pretty thick.
Yeah.
But when you take up a bit, can you see the difference? Because there's not enough physical space for the air and water to rust, so actually that's not as bad. You can see actually where it goes uphill. With any luck, under the ballasty bit shouldn't be as bad. Something you would do.
It is. That is so me.
That you can tell that are hanging out in YouTube.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take it really easy getting this ballast out because we don't want to yoink it up and bring half of the hull with us. So there's a bit here that's proven to be difficult because there's 3 bits that are all wedging each other in. Bastards. Sticking together, literally and figuratively.
We have got a good exit strategy though if it all goes wrong. We heard that one chap actually stopped his boat from sinking by shoving a parsnip in there. It turned up at the boatyard with a parsnip stuck in the hull that was preventing any water coming in from the bottom. So yeah, we got a big bloody bag of parsnips. We've already said if a whole load of water starts coming in, just get off the boat, because you see some of these videos on YouTube where they're in the locks and it's literally seconds for one of these things to go under. I don't know if that's more sort of in a lock with a lot more water, but so I think safety's the, you know, have a plan in place in case, you know, because it does look like there's some very shallow bits of steel in here. Rebecca's kindly nominated herself to go scraping again. Bex loves this, don't you?
Making it nice and gentle, you know, just in case.
Wipe your nose and get back to work. Strangely satisfying. I don't know if it's that achievement of getting off little bits of rust and it's slowly coming together a bit more, but probably the best way of explaining it is probably like bursting a spot. Yeah, very odd. Again, central in the boat.
Under here.
Okay, so now we are in the bedroom area, which used to be the dinette supposedly back in the day. We've got to try and get these planks of wood underneath up so we can get underneath to the hole and start scraping that, because we've done the shower room. Now we're going to do the bedroom area, and then we can just let it dry for a week or so before we start wire brushing it. The plan is that we do half the boat first. We start doing this half so we can sort of live in the front side. And then once we've done all that and sorted it, we move all our stuff over to the back area, and then we start ripping up the front and the kitchen and stuff. So you're not left with a whole boat with nothing in it. The problem is we've got to the part of the bedroom where there is a huge plank that looks like it's going up underneath into the kitchen area. So we might actually have to take down a little bit of the kitchen area. But Bex has got a plan, haven't you, Bex?
Yes.
Let's go! So this leads through to the bathroom. As you can see, bathroom's here. We've done all this. And then, sorry about the shaky camera work, but this is the old bedroom area here. We've got these... So actually, when we first bought the boat, I noticed all these little bits, but I sort of played dumb to it because I don't know much about it. But if you see underneath, it's where it's rotten away. There. Absolutely. I saw it, it's around the boiler as well.
There's obviously been wet here at some point. In the survey it said that the water pump under the kitchen sink had been leaking, so we kind of attributed it to that. But now we know more.
Inspection hatch there, so that's going to be interesting. Well,
Will it?
it's...
Will it be interesting, or will it be more heartbreak? Isn't it lovely that somebody, when building this boat, took the time to put these inspection hatches in? Only for someone else to go and put a lovely flooring over the top so you can't bloody access them. Oh, that's not...
Look at that. Is that another one? No.
I don't know, I think it might be. You can see the outline
Yeah,
of
you
the
can.
shape, can't you?
Yeah, when you lift it up, you can see it. That will be one.
It's
And it's in the middle.
It's got to be to do with this overplating, surely. Those genius people who commented, thank you very much.
That's number 4 we've found now.
Yeah.
And there's probably going to be one in the bedroom too.
Yeah, I think we'll want to ultrasound it just.
Oh yeah.
But perhaps we don't need to weld more patches.
Oh, it's probably quite obvious that we're going to have to go through the whole boat. We sort of accepted that when we removed that board in the shower room. It was pretty obvious. I think we were mad, in fairness, and just trying to be hopeful that when we'd done the back room, that it would just be, you know, the area where the water may have been collected. But it's looking more and more like the whole hole would have probably had water all the way up it. Maybe for like 10 years or something. You don't know, do you? It is the winter months, so cruising's out the window now anyway for the rest of the year. So it gives us something to do, get to know the boat, and we did have our marine specialist also have a look, and we'd seen similar stuff before. It wasn't anything worth really worrying about. Bit of elbow grease, is that the right word? Hard work is what it is, and Bex loves hard work. So off you go, Bex.
Don't you open that trap door! Buttons everywhere.
Is that a button again?
Buttons. Yeah.
You reckon? And straight in there, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't know if it is actually. I think it's just the way the rust is bulged.
Oi. Right, the final push, ladies and gentlemen. I managed to snap a big lump off when we were trying to get it out. Because theory of putting this board, pulling it out from beneath the dining area. It's not a dining area, is it? It's a kitchen area. But it is about to blow, isn't it? One step beyond!
Woohoo!
We've done it. We've only gone and done it. And we should have had it done by 11 o'clock this morning, we thought, and then we would just be gutting it. But this was so hard.
That has been a right pain in the ass of a thing to get out, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you sort of set targets in your mind where I want to get that done and then I'll finish for the day. And that was the target. So I'm happy. Where do you want the light here?
Probably better in the daytime, but... fun bit. It's not a great deal of work actually, believe it or not. That one over there is already done. Once you move the ballast and stuff. Only took you an hour and a half, Bex.
True.
I'll get the kettle on. And are we going to find any more belly buttons? This looks like it could be some sort of belly buttonhole area. Okay, so removing all the ballast, taken a little bit longer than first anticipated, but Bex will get there. Removal of the ballast area. You wouldn't want to drop them, would you? Just crumbles off like toffee.
The tables have turned. This week I'm not feeling too well, so I'm having to give Chris a good kick up the backside to get him pulling his weight on the work front. And here he is in action.
She says she's not well. Someone's got to man up, haven't they? Show her how it's done.
About time.
Ooh, I'm not well. Well enough to hold the camera. We'll get there for a team. So one last little scrape through the shower room and the bedroom, all ready for wire brushing. Can you see me through them? Just getting sort of the debris that we missed last time when it was starting to get dark. It's impossible to see in here when it's dark. Fear not, we believe that is 8mm thick, and then there's a base plate beneath it which could be 12.5mm thick.
But we're going to tell you that story later.
Yeah, we'll tell you that story later. So if you see us going hard...
Given the base plate, not one, but 2 scrapes, swept all the debris up, and now we're going to wire brush it, sweep it all up again, and it's ready for slapping on some aqua steel.
Bex has got to help me. First day back in the gym after 2 years and I've got an injury.
Well, tell me when you're ready, because I can't see. What are you doing?
Sharp bit. Give it to me eyeball. Fucking hell, that's really painful. The sharp bits, look, there. The sharp bit, that's stabbing into me head.
Just what a worse.
Pull it over, I can't move my elbow.
You're such a worse.
You're doing it on purpose. Oh my god. My elbow is so painful right now. All this hard work. Bex is ill, I've got a dodgy elbow.
Tools at the ready. He's going in.
What a shitstorm. Here we go. Finished. And here's Chris.
The stages that we've gone through when we've been cleaning out these bilges, for anyone who's interested, first job is to suck out all the water using a wet vacuum. Next job is using a sort of a flexible scraper, scrape up all of the flaky, rusty stuff.
Without gloves.
And then once that's off, go over it again a second time with the scraper. Then brush up a load of the dusty stuff, wire brush it, then lots more brushing to get as much of the powder off so it prepares it basically for the painting that we're going to be doing on it.
And for those who remember the famous Where's Wally books. So the plan was to become continuous cruisers, guys, and to spend the next 2 years attacking every river and canal on the English network. The boat was a little bit out of our budget, which is laughable now with what's going on. So we thought we've got to put the plans on hold a bit until next summer, maybe. So it's a good chance to get to know the boat. Let's stay positive. The agenda is still the same. We will be cruising by April next year. Bex has got it all sorted.
What we've decided to do is grab ourselves an ultrasound gauge.
So we're going to go through to the other room. So I'll take you through into this freezing cold room. It's so cold in here. This is where the calibration will be taking place. So, spot the belly buttons, guys. I think there's about 5 of them. And they measure 8mm deep from the surface, really. So I mean, that could mean that the old hole is 8mm, fingers crossed. And I've got to say, once you've scraped away all that horrible rust, I'm pretty impressed by the state of the bilges, really. I mean, it looks far, far worse with all that stuff on it. But now it looks quite decent, really. So the day of reckoning, and arguably not the most professional bit of equipment used by arguably not the most professional people, but it will give us some sort of clarification if, you know, the boat needs a complete new hull put on, or if we're sort of kind of in the all clear to some extent. So we're purely going on word of mouth from the guy at the marina that told us that the 12.5mm base plate starts to one of these belly buttons. So a little bit nerve-wracking here, you know. Where are the parsnips? In our heads, we thought this could be a couple of millimetres thick. So we've got to get rid of all the rust inside the area that we're going to do to get the clearest reading possible. 89 quid these are on Amazon, if anyone wants to buy one. I still find it hard to believe that there's a 12.5mm plate beneath the 8mm, because that would be... I mean, we knew this boat had a really heavy base, didn't we, when we purchased it? Jesus.
So we have to bear in mind that this machine is not going to be like deadly accurate, but that sort of tells us possibly that 12mm is realistic. I think, like, obviously this is a budget machine, it's not as nowhere near as spanky as the ones the actual surveyors use, but like Chris said before, it'll give us some clarification, and that to me is sort of hopefully close enough that we can say, yeah, that is a 12mm base plate under there.
I wonder if to get that little metal coin again and just put it on there just to see what it would do now.
Go on then.
There we go, yeah. I mean, that's good enough for us, isn't it? First
Should
half.
be 8.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done 2 measurements, so we need to do quite a few more. The first couple of measurements is sort of suggesting that the theories are correct, that the original base plate is 8mm, and this is the overplate, which is another 12mm, 12.5mm.
20.5mm.
For the smoothest bit you can find, so it gets a good contact.
Then out of nowhere, our hole was growing. God, that's 18 there. Then Bex confirmed it was a false reading. I'm not happy with that, it's meant to be 8. Good, isn't it? So into the shower room.
12.5 was what came up first. No, that's stabilised now.
Pick it up quick before it keeps dropping even further.
I don't think we're sinking anytime soon. Fingers crossed.
Get this on there, the aqua still on. No?
I don't know, I think we should speak to a welder.
So after giving the bilges a real good wire brush up, we're going to put on our rust converter and primer. It even boasts state-of-the-art technology which supposedly even turns any excess little rusty areas into sort of concrete or something. I don't know, I might be completely wrong there. Now it's essential to put this down before you put your 2-pack epoxy down. Then that should all be nicely sealed up and rust free and yeah, happy days guys. So it actually turned out that the Narrowboat's belly buttons, these holes that we discovered, were actually attaching the old base plate to the new base plate. So we're good with that, we're happy with that. The Narrowboat hull is fine, yay!
We scooped up at a bargain £10 a sheet some massive boards of marine ply, recycling as I like to do, from an old sort of building merchant or something like that. They're going to fill in the patchwork parts of the flooring that is too rotten to reinstall basically. We're hoping today to get the epoxy paint down on the bilges now that the aqua steel has done its thing, so that come the weekend we can put the boards back down, reinstate some level of harmony back in the boat, because at the minute it's quite a chaotic mess. So let's go for it. God, this stuff is thick. It's so lovely to reach this point because this is when it all starts to look lovely and kind of clean and nice again after what's been a really mucky job. And you're also sort of in the knowledge that everything's really well protected under there, so it's like you feel like you're closing in, you're sort of heading towards the finishing line, which is really, really satisfying. So it's exciting. So the bathroom's almost done. I've left myself a little walkway just so that I can make sure I can get back onto the back deck and close the doors. Otherwise we might end up trapped with no way of shutting the back doors before we leave later. So yeah, it's looking really good.
There we go, a nice thick splodge of 2-pack epoxy over our aqua still. If we keep on top of our water situation down here in the bilges, there shouldn't be any real reason for any rust getting to the still underneath it. I mean, it's always probably going to find a way on water in it, but it does its best. Going to take you through to the kitchen now, guys, where Bex is busy rehearsing scenes for the new Demolition Man movie.
I'm just dismantling some of the kitchen cupboards underneath. This may be a bit of a problem.
The old Kinder Egg thing again. She's off. Here we go, kitchen. So good at it now, she just does it with her fingers.
Super strand.
What about up from the top? No. Down with the heel.
It needs to go
Try
up. It needs to go up, not down.
Well, from the side then you'd probably want to... You're near a gas pipe there.
Get ready. I think there was once a washing machine here. There's an outlet pipe of some kind. So my thinking is we can basically leave everything as it is. We are going to have to saw, possibly if they're cut in like we did with the other ones, but then we can just leave all the units. And that makes stuff so much easier.
What?
Even the oven and everything.
How are we going to scrape under there?
No, we'll take the boards off.
Yeah.
But this can all stay as it is now.
We want to get this out, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. That would be pretty handy.
So after receiving some amazingly helpful comments from our viewers, thank you very much, we nipped out and we grabbed ourselves one of these bad boys, a multi-tool. Now this comes with a whole set of different attachments for cutting through wood, through metal, for sanding, for scraping. It's just a little gem of a tool, this one. It's going to be immensely helpful for helping us to kind of cut around the edges where the walls are set into some of the subfloors. Brilliant.
So we better start dismantling the kitchen so we can get the subfloors up and start scraping the bilges from underneath there.
So in order to cause the least amount of disturbance to the kitchen, we're very cunningly looking at cutting the floorboard in such a way that we can kind of remove it a bit like a jigsaw piece, with the hope that we can fit it back in like a jigsaw piece as well. This way we don't have to worry about removing the boiler, which would be quite a big job.
So here's me having a little go on the power tool. What do you reckon, Bex?
In your dreams, that's my dad, love.
Do you see what I've done there though? Because you can't see the face. So
How very cunning. So now all the subfloor's out, we can get to all that lovely ballast.
So, absolutely impossible getting some of this ballast out. Tell us more about it, Bex.
It's mega wedgied in there, like.
You need someone with a bigger boot than your boot to boot it. What was I saying earlier on in the car? I've got no patience. I think we're going to have to leave that one and move on to another one.
If in doubt, hit with a hammer. Let's try another one.
The problem is there's about 10 of them like that. Look who it is! We need a bit more disaster and destruction. The ratings are down. Welcome to Maverick, guys. In you get. Now sort out your mess. So hopefully the Maverick can sort out our annoying ballast situation. We can't get a lot of the ballast out, it's stuck. Hopefully the Maverick's got a good strategy of removing the ballast in a professional way.
It's not my boat, is it? It leaks, I still go home to a nice dry bed.
He doesn't mean it. Bex has also decided to use our new power tool to remove some more of the flooring for better access.
Look at him go!
The Maverick returns.
We are going to get our scrape back on, go over the floor a second time, ready to slap on some aqua steel. It's amazing how much rust dust comes off.
And it goes absolutely everywhere. So final preparations before we put the aqua steel on. Trying to get the last little bits of debris up. Oh.
How's it going?
Yeah, good. You end up getting a tiny little bit of rust off, and that leads to another little bit of rust. So before you know it, you're getting even more rust up. So
Chasing the white rusty rabbit.
oh,
I think that'll be enough.
heart attack. And we're not going to bore you with the whole process of that again, so here you go. Check this out. You ready? Watch. Bing! Now check this out. This is after 2 coats of aqua steel. I mean, it looks awesome, don't it? Especially after, you know, when you see the leak for the first time. We're really pushing on now, and we've done about 80% of the boat probably, so it's a really good feeling. We know we're soon going to be able to put the floorboards all back down and start making it our proper home. And also vlogging our actual sort of cruising, which was the original intention. Somehow in the midst of it all, we've become one of these DIY narrowboat channels. Okay guys, so we're on to the 2-pack epoxy. I would tell you what brand it is, but...
Jotun.
Doten.
Jotun.
Jotun. Ah.
Go around the edges first, yeah.
Again, we're going to run you through this really quick this time. And I can't help think the sides are probably the most important, because that's where the steel is at its
To be
thinnest.
really honest with you, Chris, I wish I'd never bloody started.
You love it.
You and your bloody boat.
What brought you to us, Maverick?
Chicken. Just here for the chicken.
So finally we're getting to put the floor back down permanently, and this is where the sink and hopefully our compost loo will sit.
Cheers, fella. It's hot. Howdy, it's not my boat.
always worry that he's going to go through the pontoon here, but yeah, so far so good. Currently no wet feet. And well done, Maverick. Look at this. Finally starting to get a bit of structure back on the boat. And like that, he went again. All down to me again for the time being to try and sort out this boaty mess. Guess what? There's water in the new bilges again. I mean, this is a disaster. I mean, better now than at a later stage, but just trying to work out if that water has come from, God, the canals, the rivers, or if it's come from maybe the water tank, or which we haven't got a lot of water in really. I mean, the water tank is very rusty. Seems weird that there's water in there again. Don't quite know what to make of it. And with Beck's not here, it's down to me to try and work out how to sort this.
What?
What do you make of it?
It's wet.
What should we do?
Your problem.
You do realise that a lot of my problems become your problems. It's quite a lot when you go to stand at the side like that. It all trickles down.
Let's see if we can see where it's coming from. Quite a bit of water down there.
Just filming you doing it. Oh, for fuck's sake. What are you meant to do? That's shit, innit?
So you can see it's going up there.
Could it be from the water tank at the top there? The rusty one, because that's a bit...
I don't know, just keep going.
Hole on the roof.
Just wondering if it's sloshed up anywhere.
Yeah. Well, this.
No, that ain't taking enough water.
They say a lot of the time the water can come in just through the seams here and stuff.
Yeah, but you'd probably see evidence of that on the inside.
Could it be this water tank at the front that it's trickling through? No, it's not Becca. It's the Maverick.
Let's have a look under the steps.
I'm literally just the cameraman at this point, aren't I?
Oh, that's not good. That's full of water.
Get out while you can, Maverick. That's always been rusty in there. So water had got in there at some point. Could it be from the water tank, from the front?
I'm wondering whether it's filling up on air and not getting through out the a lot of water.
Getting that water out isn't the problem. It's just working out where the water's coming from.
Could it be coming in through like the thrusters?
Could be, yeah. The bow thruster, maybe. Yeah, from underneath. Need to get the bloody thing out of the water, don't we? Why are you laughing?
It's not bloody bad.
Maverick finds it really funny. Becca makes. Here we go again! God, that's a lot of water. This is a lot of water. Canal water back into the canal.
How's it going, Maverick?
Maverick number 2. Spawn of Maverick. Hell of a lot of water. This is number 2 already. Right up to the top. Is that river water, if you ask? Hard to know. Hard to know. Incredible graft by the Maverick.
Get out of my face.
Just a joy watching the professional at work. Do you ever think about starting up your own little YouTube channel?
Show them what, Chris?
DIY disasters or something?
The truth be revealed.
So there we have it. Again, absolutely amazing work by the Maverick and a little cheeky rest by me. I mean, this is now ready, leak depending, for us to start building on. And these were the little bits of wood where we were a little bit worried about. He's just bodged this one. He's just shoved a couple of bits in there, but you know it. There he is. There he is.
Going on.
You're tired? One day this will all be yours, Maverick. I don't want it. And he's put down this lovely bit here too.
It's a really long board. Look there, then we could just flap it back.
Shear into our living room carpet like none other then.
See how hard it is. Not at all.
You want me to tear it?
Right, stop. We'll carry on, we'll just cut it.
Remember, Bex, slightly different to your sort of cruising the cut vlog. Sort of intellectual, in-depth look at narrowboat life. Well, this is Bex's narrowboat life. Pair of scissors, chomp away at it.
By any means necessary.
Go and give it a spin. She's still learning. We'll get her up to scratch. It seems to be catching at this top end. Don't know if there's a screw in. This is, now we're in a Becca world, aren't we? This is. Let's grab her a multi-tool. Girl loves a multi-tool. Can't get anything up. Hack away at it with the multi-tool. The girl is an artist with her multi-tool.
What are you on about?
First applying the scissor technique, and then she'll proceed with the multi-tool. So just a little cut and hopefully she'll slide free. Wait! And though rusty, it wasn't wet down here, so that was a good sign. A little bit underwhelmed by it, I'm not gonna lie. We knew it was going to be like this. Okay, here we go. This is nice and easy.
Right,
exciting. So the narrowboat was never fitted with any automatic bilge pumps that extract the water down here, and you're always going to get water in your bilges at some point. You need to get rid of it. So over the course of 15 years, the water collected down here had nowhere to escape to. Welcome to our living room's bilges. So the past year and a half, we've scraped the whole boat out and we've treated it, but we haven't done the living room yet. So this isn't a shock to us. One of our nipples from when it had the... No, belly button, sorry, from when it had the extra base plate put on. So we'll start with these maybe. You sure you want to go here?
Yeah.
Time to Smurf up then. Get the costume on. Ever wanted to know how to transform yourself into a Smurf in the space of 10 seconds? Papa Smurf is back in town. Papa Smurf and Smurfette. Look at that. But Smurfette is having a toilet problem. Back into the bilges. And we have actually taken it upon ourselves to say that we're not going to wire brush it, we're just going to get the flaky stuff off, because what the Aquasteel, the rust repellent, does, it turns the top layer of rust into a sort of hardener, so it actually needs rust for it to carry out the proper process. Back to stage one, innit?
Well, good when that happens.
Oh, you got a big boy. And also armed with the knowledge that this is the old 8mm base plate, you know, underneath it's another 12.5, so I don't think we've got to go too mad, do we? To all our new subscribers, meet the Titan, my vacuum.
Titan!
We could split Titan duty, couldn't we?
Yeah.
Catch. Oi!
Catch!
You want to go?
Yes, please.
So we'll let the Titan hoover up all those horrible little rusty dusty particles, and then we'll get on with our rust repellent, the Aquasteel. Give it a good shake. That should do it. And then start our mighty Aquasteel procedure. Okay, so we've got the first half completed, and then start moving all the cupboards here over to that side, and we get the last little bit of the boat finished, and then that's it. The whole boat has been scraped and aquastilled. So we've left it for about 2 hours now, and this is the outcome. Looks absolutely awesome and lovely and new, don't it? So we'll get the floorboards back down, and then we'll start preparing things to do the second half of the room tomorrow. Beautiful. Of course it is. Okay, so that's all moved over onto the bit that's done. This is the new area that we're going to tackle tomorrow, and we have never looked under here, ever. But I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit rusty. There we go, nice and quick for you guys, we don't want to bore you. Next up, our lovely little aquastill. So we're all aquastilled up, and then again we'll let this dry for a couple of hours and turn to this. Get the old floorboards back down. I mean, we've done pretty well on this one. This has gone really, really quickly and smoothly. Yeah, Crobot is proper adult now. Show your carpenter skills. I mean, has that joke gone on for too long now? I know carpenters don't really just do carpets. I'm just sort of insulting every carpenter or carpet fitter in the whole world right now, unintentionally. So there we go, all back down. Both sides of the boat in the living room, there underneath where Becca's standing too, is completed. And saying that, the whole rust extraction from the bilges is now completed on the entire boat. 2 years later, and the Narrowboat, the Whistling Wombat, is about 80% finished. But this video especially was just to show you sort of the main reason why it all went wrong. Like 4 days in, massive leak found, and 4 years later, we're still reaping the repercussions from that. We found about 10 different areas where there were leaks coming in from the Narrowboat, and every Narrowboat in the history of narrowboating will have leaks. It's just a thing when you have a vessel that lives on the water. It's gonna happen. We had condensation where the bow thruster and the stove were meeting. That was causing a huge leak down in the bilges. The calorifier was leaking. The shower was leaking. So every other thing ends up leaking at some point on a narrowboat. Now looking back, we probably should just pump that water out and gone cruising and had 4 years fun cruising, but we hated the idea of having all that rust sitting beneath us. And also at the time it felt quite dangerous because we didn't know how thick the hull was. If we had got the whole survey, we would have at least known how thick the hull is and how safe it is. If there's ever a lesson to learn in narrowboating, it's get a survey, guys. We got a whole survey about 2 years later and it had the all clear, so we would have been fine, but we were put off from having the survey from the seller, which seemed a bit silly now looking back. We're to blame. We made the decision to still go through with the narrowboat. Hopefully you, if you're looking to buy a new narrowboat, can take something from this story and not run into the same problems as we did. We are Chris and Bex, guys. We are the Nomadic Crobot. Not so nomadic, but we're going to be nomadic, are we? God knows, guys. See ya! And now to try and refit the bloody thing. And by everything, I mean everything.